Hello, Nadine here, and today I'm going to be making a fun card using lots of different products from Imagine. I'm also going to be using, let's see, this cute stamp set. It's called Be Kind from Joy Claire, a stencil from Heidi Swap, and then all these other products from Imagine. They're palette knives, which are great. You get 3 in the pack. I'm going to be using their Tarot tape. And I'll be using some irresistible Pico embellishers in 3 different colors, some fireworks, stays on, all-purpose stamp cleaner, some glitter, and creative medium in shimmer, and their stays on jet black. So to get started, okay, so on my piece of cardstock that I'm going to be using, I'm going to use the fireworks in dandelion. And I just want to spray on half of the card, not the entire card. So just kind of randomly spray. There we go. Okay, now that it's dry, I love that gorgeous yellow shimmer that it creates. I'm going to use my Misty and place that in there. And then using the Joy Claire stamps, I think I'm going to do the sentiment Be Kind right here. Put it right about there. And at the same time, I'm also going to do the stamp. Okay, so the ink I'm going to be using is the Stays On Jet Black, and the reason why I'm using the Stays On is because I'm stamping over the, what is that called, fireworks spray, and I want it to be a solid color over it, and also because I'll be using the creative medium over the top of all of this afterwards, and I don't want it to smear. And I've also been using Stays On inks with my clear stamps for I don't even know how long, maybe 15 plus years, and I've never ever had an issue with any of my stamps using Stays On ink. Probably the only thing I've ever had happen would be them to get stained, and most of the time if I clean them right away, they don't stain either. But to be honest, I don't clean them right away all the time. I'm not very good about that. I'm going to stamp it one more time. And just to show you real quick, if you use the Stays On all-purpose stamp cleaner on it right away, like this one I'm not going to use again, so I'm going to clean that off. Just spray it on there. And then this is a microfiber like cloth, so it doesn't leave. You can use a paper towel too, but sometimes paper towels leave little pieces of lint all over it, so it makes it not as clean. But there, as you can see, I cleaned it right away and it's not even stained. These ones, as I said before, that I get lazy and I don't clean right away, I didn't clean those ones right away when I used them another time, so they are stained a little bit. Okay, I'm now going to stamp some bees that were in that set, also with the Stays On. Now taking some irresistible Pico embellisher, this is the gold. Unscrew the lid, and then squeeze it out on a paper towel a little just to get the bubbles out, and then just randomly fill in a few of the beehive, or the honeycomb. And then once I'm done with this, I'm going to set it aside to dry. Okay, now while that is drying, I'm going to use the Irresistible Pico Embellisher. This is the Electric Yellow Irresistible Neon Pico Embellisher. And I'm going to take these little bumblebees, and I'm going to start it just to get the air out, and do the wings. of the way. And while the wings are still wet, I am going to take some of this glitter and just pour it right over the wings. That just sticks to the Pico embellisher. There we go. And then I'm going to finish filling in. The thing about with the Irresistible Pico embellisher, it gives dimension and it also gives a really cool gloss to images. So now I'm going to use this is Tuxedo Black. So just outlining the black area of where I already stamped, it gives it more of a dimension. Okay, I just did this, but apparently my camera I forgot to turn back on, so I am going to just do it on the other side here and show you how I did this using the tear it tape. I just took a piece of the tear it tape and just stick a little bit of it just a little ways away from the edge, and then taking a pair of scissors, I'm just going to cut it flush off right to the edge. Make sure it's stuck down really well, and then just remove the backing, and then taking the glitter, you're just going to pour it right over the top of that. You can also, also works great for embossing powders, and you can heat set it afterwards if you like. And because glitter sticks to everything, I'm going to use a paper towel and just make sure I push it down into that tape really well. And then just take a brush, clean off the extra, and there you have it. A great way to add some glitter to your cards. Also, since I have glitter on my mat, just showing you that I use my roller, lint roller, to get that glitter off. It's a great way to clean up your mat, to get that annoying glitter off of everything. Okay, now going back to my original piece. Now that that is dry, I'm going to use the gold Irresistible Pico embellisher again. And not filling it totally in, but just kind of doing like a little scribble on each place that I already have done. And then now I am also going to sprinkle some glitter onto those. There we go. Okay, now moving on to the next step, I'm using the Heidi Swapp stencil along with the Creative Medium shimmer. And I'm just going to take some of it with my palette knife, and I'm going to go over in random areas. Alright, for the most part this is dry. It's not completely dry in all areas. Once it is, it will turn completely clear with the sparkle in there, so a few areas that are still sort of white aren't completely dry, but it's dry enough for me to start assembling my card. So taking the tear it tape, which I'm going to use on the back of this because of all the different mediums, it has warped a little, and this will make it lay flat. Now my little bumblebees, figure out where I'm going to place those on the front of my card, and then just using some 3D foam adhesives, I'm going to pop those up. And there we go, my card is completed. Thank you so much for watching. Visit imaginecrafts.com for even more inspiration.